Well, good evening. I welcome you to JW Night Talk, and tonight we're going to explore some of the most difficult questions that JWs have. For instance, what do you do when you have a question or your conscience is bothering you and you can't go to the elder body because you might get disfellowshipped? Well, phone in to JW Night Talk or send your messages in, and we can explore them and we can help you to come up with a good resolution. So, this evening on JW Night Talk, we have several callers. I invite caller number one. Let's hear your dilemma.
Hello, I'm a third-generation JW and now serving as an elder. The two-witness rule got me out of trouble a long time ago when I was a ministerial servant. I was behaving inappropriately with young women in the congregation. Anyways, when push came to shove, it was my word against theirs, and the two-witness rule saved my bacon. Now I'm older and watching my grandchildren growing up. My conscience bothers me. What do you think I should do?
Well, first of all, that really sucks, inside or outside of religion. But I can't believe I get the worst calls on my first call. I just started this channel and I have to get this kind of stuff. Anyways, that's what I started this channel for. So here's my two bits, just my opinion. My opinion, inside or outside of religion, is if you committed the crime, you do the time. You got to come clean. Your conscience is going to bug you right till your grave. That's the Bible. Take that two-witness rule. If you're an elder now, take that two-witness rule and throw it right out the door. Never, ever apply it. Never, ever use it. Never, ever trust it because it's not God-given. It's all done wrong. If you want to talk about the two witnesses. But that's a whole nother discussion. This whole two-witness rule, if you use it, you're going to do the same thing to other people's consciences. If you're an elder, you got to throw that right out the door. That's my opinion. But you're in a situation where you got to clean your conscience. So you got to do some penance. You got to do something. And I can't make that decision because I don't know any of the details. And we're not here to discuss that. Okay, caller number two.
Hello. I joined the religion several years ago and am now married. I waited until midlife, and so I was used to doing everything on my own, even my prayers and worship to God. Now that I'm married, my husband demands I wear a scarf over my head to show submission. In my heart I feel this is unfair and gives the relationship a lot of strain. My prayers and worship to Jehovah have suffered because of this. What do you think I should do?
Well, first of all, thank you for calling in. Thank you for your braveness. It was very brave of you to even send that message in. Now, to answer your question, I don't know where you live in the world, and nor do I want to. Anybody else sending messages, and it's important to keep everything confidential, keep the messages basic, just like this lady did. And here's what I have to say to head coverings. If you live in Dubai, I recommend that you follow your husband's advice because it may mean your life. So that's just part of the world you live in. Now, if you live in Canada, the US, Australia, Europe, I'd quit the religion. It's for any of these religions. This goes for all of them. We live in countries where head coverings are no longer applicable. Now, you might say, well, the Bible talks about this. The Bible talks about a lot of things. And the Bible talks about history, what happened. Well, back in the day of Jesus and back in the day of Paul was a guy instituting this. He was just trying to save people's lives because they lived in a country where head coverings were necessary. Women were looked down upon. It's not just in the last 50 years here in our countries have we seen women gain any rights. So this is just recent, and I think these head coverings got to go away all over the world. That's my two bits. That's my opinion. Anyways, next caller.
Hello, I'm a married brother in the congregation, no privileges yet. I'm a bit embarrassed to say, but my wife pretty much wears the pants in the house. The other day after the service meeting, two of the brothers met with me in private, wanting me to reach out. They said I have to be more assertive in my household and take a stronger lead. I really don't want to. Because my wife does such a good job with family study and everything. What do you think I should do?
Well, thank you very much for calling in. And this is a difficult thing. I really give you a lot of credit, caller number three, for talking about such an embarrassing thing. Like, imagine two elders coming up to you and belittling you. You know, I could just imagine myself in that situation. And there's so many factors in a household, and elders really don't have. Um, in my opinion, elders shouldn't be meddling in people's households like that. To me, that's meddling. And if it works in your household where your wife is really good at doing the family studies and she's really good at the spiritual stuff, then why not let her take a lead? And she doesn't need a head covering or anything. Just let her do it. That's my opinion. Now, my first opinion is to just get out of the religion, but of course, that's more difficult for. It's easy to say than it is to do. But in this religion, heck, when I was in it, I used to do the dishes and clean the house. I was better at that, and there's nothing wrong with that for a guy to get involved like that. And sometimes the wife is very good, especially with the children. They understand things that we as men don't understand. So my advice is, if your household is working good and everything's working good, don't worry about privileges in the congregation. Don't worry about any of that stuff. And don't worry about these two elders that are opinionated, that pull you to the back and they want to tear you apart. Because that's the way it is. There's just too much judgment in the congregation. And that's just how I feel. And that's some of the stuff I experienced. But I'm telling you, caller number three, let your wife do what she's good at, and you do what you're good at, and don't worry at all about these brothers. So that's all the time we have for now, folks. And until next time, live your life with love. Bye for now.